The drought hits, and you open the pantry feeling safe. 500 pounds of rice, buckets of dried beans, years of food stacked to the ceiling, and every single pound of it is about to turn against you. Because here is what nobody told you when they sold you that bucket and called it security. Dried food does not save you in a drought. It competes with you for the one thing you cannot manufacture: water. A family of 4 cooking rice and beans burns 3 to 4 gallons of water every single day just to make that food edible. The same family eating freeze-dried meals needs 1 to 1.5 gallons. The Federal Emergency Management Agency tells you to store 1 gallon per person per day. That gallon covers drinking and almost nothing else. It does not cover the water your food demands back from you. Hot weather can double how much you need to drink on top of that. So you end up sitting on a mountain of calories. You physically cannot cook without draining the only reserve keeping you alive. This is the Survival Research. If you have not subscribed yet, hit subscribe and the bell. This is where we dig up the files the preparedness industry buried. I am going to walk you through 9 foods that actually hold up when the water runs low. And one item that costs about $4 at any Walmart. The item almost nobody stocks. The item that decides whether the other 8 even work. Number 1, white rice, but not the way they told you to store it. Sealed in Mylar with an oxygen absorber in a cool room, white rice lasts 25 to 30 years. Utah State University tested it. Brigham Young University tested polished rice stored up to 30 years, and the nutrients and flavor held. But in a drought, rice is a trap unless you change one thing. You pre-soak it, stop for 1 second. Because this is the part they cut out of every prepper video on the internet. The full file breaks down 3 things this video does not have room for. The exact water to food ratio for every staple, so you know to the ounce what your pantry will cost you in a drought. The cold soak method that cuts cooking fuel by half, written out step by step for rice, beans, lentils, and oats. And the electrolyte mixing ratio, the one that turns $4 of salt into a hydration system that keeps you alive in real heat. It is all in the suppressed file, step by step. Scan the QR code on your screen, or hit the first link in the description and get it now. Let me keep going, because the next foods are where the real difference between living and dying gets decided. Most of what you were sold falls apart here. Still watching? Then you already understand more about real drought survival than 99% of the people who spent thousands on freeze-dried buckets. Here is the tension nobody resolves. The same agency that says store 1 gallon a day also says, when water is short, avoid salty food because salt makes you thirsty. That is the file the survival industry hates, because the advice is only half true. And the half they leave out is the half that puts people in the ground. Scan the QR code on your screen or hit the first link in the description and get the full breakdown now. Cold, soak the rice for an hour before you ever light a flame. It cuts both your cooking water and your fuel by nearly half. Most people boil rice the way the bag says, watching gallons of water evaporate into the sky. In a drought, that is water you are murdering for no reason. Number 2, rolled oats, 8 to 12 years sealed in Mylar with an absorber. Oats are the quiet hero of a dry crisis because they do not need to boil. Cold water, 20 minutes, and they are food. No fire, no fuel, no pot of water boiling off while you stand there praying the well holds. Number 3, lentils, 20 to 25 years sealed. Lentils cook in 15 minutes against the hour or more that dry beans demand. 15 minutes of fuel, 15 minutes of water on the boil instead of 90. In a drought, the food that cooks fastest wins, because every minute of boiling is water leaving you as steam you will never get back. And there's a second trap with beans nobody warns you about. After years in storage, old beans lose the ability to soften. You can boil them for hours, and they stay like gravel, swallowing your water and your fuel and giving you nothing. Lentils do not betray you that way. That is why they earn their shelf space. Number 4, pasta, 5 years easy in a sealed container. The trick almost nobody uses is that you can cook pasta in liquid you will actually consume. Cook it in broth or soup, not in water. You pour down the drain, you drink the starch, you waste nothing. In a dry crisis, the pot of pasta water most people throw away is a crime against your own survival. Number 5, powdered milk. Shelf-stable and packed with the protein and calcium your body burns through fastest under stress. It rehydrates into usable nutrition with a fraction of the water you would expect, and it gives growing kids something raw rice never will. Number 6, peanut butter. No cooking, no water, no fire. Pure, dense calories straight from the jar with a spoon. When your water is rationed and your fuel is precious, a food that needs neither is worth its weight in ammunition. Number 7, honey. It never truly expires. Archaeologists have found edible honey sealed in tombs thousands of years old. Pure sugar energy that needs 0 water and 0 heat to use. A single spoonful is instant fuel when your body is running on empty. Number 8, canned foods with high liquid content. This is the one the Federal Emergency Management Agency itself recommends for low water situations. Canned vegetables, canned fruit, canned soup, canned beans already cooked. They come pre-packed in liquid you can drink. You are not spending water to make them edible. They are handing water back to you. In a drought, that single fact flips the entire math of your pantry. Number 9, instant rice and instant beans. Yes, they cost more per pound than raw bulk staples. But instant means already cooked and then dried. Pour hot water, wait 5 minutes, eat. A fraction of the water, a fraction of the fuel. The bulk bucket looks smarter on a spreadsheet in good times. The instant version looks smarter the day the well runs dry. Now the $4 item, almost nobody stocks. Salt. Specifically, electrolyte salt. Here's the science the half advice hides from you. When you sweat and heat, you do not only lose water, you lose sodium with it. Replace that loss with plain water and you dilute the sodium you have left. That condition is called hyponatremia. Your cells swell with the extra water. In the brain, it can kill you. The World Health Organization built its entire oral rehydration formula on exactly this principle. Water plus the right salts pulls fluid into your cells. Water by itself does not. A study at the University of Montana tested wildland firefighters in extreme heat. The ones drinking water with electrolytes needed significantly less water to stay hydrated than the ones drinking plain water. Read that again. The right salt means you survive on less water. In a drought, that $4 box stretches every single gallon you own. That is why salt is the item that decides whether the other 8 foods even matter. Calories cannot keep you alive if your hydration collapses first. And it is the cheapest thing in this entire video, $4. The box everyone walks straight past in the aisle. Now let me be honest about what this is and what it is not. These 9 foods do not replace water itself. Nothing does. You still have to store water and own a way to filter and purify more. The electrolyte fix is for heat and heavy sweat. If you're sitting still in the shade, you do not need to load up on salt, and overdoing it causes its own problems. This is not medical advice. If you have kidney or heart conditions, your salt intake is something you settle with a doctor before a crisis, never during one. What these 9 foods do is stop your pantry from becoming a water trap. That is the real threat in a drought, and almost no one prepares for it. So here's the choice in front of you. You can keep stacking bulk rice and beans that demand 4 gallons a day you will not have. Or you can build a pantry that works with your water instead of fighting it. Foods that cook cold, foods that carry their own water, and $4 of salt that makes every drop count double. The drought does not care how many pounds you stored. It cares how much water each pound costs you back. The file was always there. Now you finally have it.